10, Braxton Taylor. Number 12, Rock Gearhart. Number 16, Copeland Bryant. Number 2, Darren Leggett. Number 24, Jack Malone. Number 19, Miles Drew Johnson. Number 9, Jacob O'Brien. Number 22, Zach Jones. Number 27, Will Sparks. Number 32, Jerry McDowell. And number 30, Finley Lavelle. And your coaches, James Ennis, Damian Rehorn, and Mike Jones. And now for Troy. Number 42, Wes Bracestead, center field. Number 1, Cole Pugh, second base. Number 15, Pruitt Vaughn, DH. Number 11, Jackson Booth, third base. Number 2, Cade Brookins, pitcher. Number 24, Luke Barron, catcher. Number 5, Tyler McClendon, DH. Number 12, Cade Edwards, first base. Number 9, Jordan McBride, shortstop. Number 10, Dawson Bradford, DH. Number 6, Kenell Lewis, left field. Number 3, Slade Russell, right field. And your coaches, Steve Barron, Dax Pugh, and Adam Brookins. Your umpires for tonight's game is Randy Faturis, Randy Faturis, Steve Martis, and Stanley Jones. Play ball.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome back here to Troy, Alabama for the semifinal matchup here between Troy and Fairhope as we get set to go here on JockJive.com. I'm Chuck Sebastian. Glad to have you along. Thanks for tuning in. As the boys get their final warm-up tosses, Troy will be the home team. Fairhope will be the visiting team. The winner here will move on into the championship game tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., and they will face Hueytown. And the reason this all happened was because Fairhope, who was in the winner's bracket this afternoon, played Hueytown and lost 8-1. Troy won their game against South Bibb, put a three-way tie between three teams. And the way they break the tie is they draw. They put three names in a hat, and the two that match play each other, and the other one gets the bye and goes to the championship game. It's the only way you can do it in a double elimination tournament. There's no way to prevent it from happening, and that just is the way it happened this time, and the luck of the draw went to Hueytown. They got the bye, so they'll await the winner of this game tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., and that will be the winner then of the AAA state tournament here in Troy, Alabama. And that team will get to go and play in the World Series in August. So these two teams vying for a spot and try to get to the championship game. We'll find out who is going to be better than whom, so to speak. But both these teams have already seen each other in the tournament. They played last night, and Fairhope got the best of Troy, so we'll find out if Troy can turn things around. Now, the big thing here, too, is remember, these two teams both played earlier this afternoon and got done probably a little after 2-ish or so. So they've only had a few hours of rest in between, and this is day 5 of the tournament. And they're already in their 6th game. So there's a lot of games that have been played since Thursday. So here we go. Gavin Rehorn will start off from the left side, and Rehorn will take ball 1. And the next pitch down and in the dirt as well. And it'll go 2-0. Let's set up your defense for you. For Troy, at third base is McClendon. At short is Lewis. Russell is at first. And at second is Cole Pugh. That pitch also down low, 3-0. On the mound, at second base is Cole Pugh. At third base, Jackson Booth. First base is Edwards. McBride is at short. Left field, Lewis. Right field, Russell. Center field, Braisted. Pitching is Cade Brookins, and he'll give up a walk on his first 4 pitches. And behind the plate will be Luke Barron tonight.
Braxton Taylor.
Braxton Taylor to the plate now. With a runner aboard. Taylor with a big home run in the game earlier today. The only run that Fairhope scored in that game. Ground ball to third. Picked up, flipped to second for 1. They'll get 1. And that'll be the first out of the inning. On the fielder's choice.
Now batting number 12, Rock Gearhart.
So Rock Gearhart now comes to the plate. Swung, whoa, just about took the coach on a line shot down third. Whoa. Wake up down there. And if you're not awake, you are now. Swing and a miss. Ball gets by the catcher. Down to second will go Taylor. Count goes to 0-2 against Rock. Strike 3 called. He struck him out. Watching that one go by is Gearhart for the second out of the inning.
Coming up to the plate is going to be number 16, Copeland Ryan.
And now down to third on another wild pitch, and the count will go 2-0. Wild pitch again, and Taylor going to slide in and score. And they're going to get that run early for Fairhope. A couple of wild pitches score the runner. And it's a 3-0 count. Copeland Bryan will take a strike on the outside. Copeland's got some power in that bat. We've told you about that throughout the tournament. The little guy can definitely swing, hit the ball hard. Right now, Fairhope gets the first run early, and it's the same gentleman who scored in the last game, the only run. And I'm sure they're hoping that that is not going to be the case here in this game.
Coming up to the plate is going to be number 2,
Darren Leggett now will come to the plate. Up over the top and a big bender there, and missed it. 1-0. Cade Brookins on the hill trying to find that zone, and he's had trouble. 3-0. 2 walks already. A run has scored against him. He did get the 1 strikeout looking, but here he is with another 3-0 count. And ball 4. So back-to-back walks as Bryan and Leggett are on now. And Jack Malone will come to the plate. Timeout being called by the Troy coach. He is going to go out and talk with his pitcher. Try to calm him down and see what's going on. Comfortable evening here in Troy. A little warm still out there. The humidity definitely, folks in the south definitely feel this. I tell you what. Currently says it is 76, feels like 81. There is some rain in the area, so we're hoping it'll stay off. But so far, so good. And Malone now will come to the plate with 2 runners aboard. 1-0 lead here early. Fairhope top of the first. Swing and a miss as he pulls the trigger on that one. Swing, strike 2 to Malone. Oh, 2 count. 2 down, trying to get out of the inning with no more damage. Malone trying to put up another run on that scoreboard. Fastball down low, just missed. 1-2. Swing and a miss, got him. Got out of trouble, just gives up the 1 run and strands a couple of runners and no hits.
Troy,
we've completed a half inning. It is a 1-0 lead for Fairhope. Troy coming to the plate. Let's set up the defense for Fairhope for you. At third base will be Braxton Taylor. At short will be Gavin Rehorn. Second will be Copeland Bryant. Over at first will be Miles Drew Johnson. Behind the plate will be Jack Malone. On the hill will be Rock Gearhart. Left field will be Jacob O'Brien. Zach Jones will play center, and Finley Lavelle will play right field. Leading off will be Wes Brasted, followed by Cole Pugh, Pruitt Vaughn, and Jackson Booth, if one of them can get on here in the bottom of the first. So the early lead by Fairhope, and we'll see what Rock Gearhart on the hill can do. And a shout out from Florida, the grandparents, to our super grandson Jeremy McDowell. Love Mimi and Da. Rock gets his final toss, and we're ready to go. Malone with the toss down to second. 1-0 again. Winner moves on. Loser will end up taking third place in state.
Leading off for Troy is going to be number
Winner
42.
will move on and play for a chance to win the championship game tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. with all 3 teams having 1 loss. You lose in any one of these next 2 games and you're done. So here we go. Wes Brasted, center fielder now to the plate. Swings at the first one, and he'll swing that one foul to the right side, and it'll be strike 1. Yeah, Rock will get set to deliver the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off there at the plate, and the count quickly 0-2. Gearhart, remember the other night, had a little trouble early on in the game to get things going, but this time seems to be right on it. First 2 pitches right in the zone. Ooh, framed it nicely, but apparently the zone a little too high there on Brasted, so 1-2. Inside tight, 2-2. 2-ball, 2-strike pitch outside on the corner. Not get that either. 3-2. So from our vantage point, again, we cannot see the plate, but from the way the catcher's glove is moving back and forth, looks like a very tight strike zone tonight. Line shot. That one goes into left field for a base hit. Braisted's going to turn and hustle for 2. And then he shuts it down and decides to stay right where he's at. So a leadoff single.
Stepping up to the plate, number 1.
And now Cole Pugh, the second baseman, will come to the plate.
Pugh.
Try to lay down a bunt, a little too high, fouls it off. Oh, 1 count. Little poke towards second, slowly rolling. Tag the runner, throw to first. No, didn't get him. Really nice play there out at second by Copeland Bryant. Picked it up, tagged the runner for the out on the force.
Number 15.
And Pugh will go down to first. Pruitt Vaughn now comes to the plate. He'll take a ball on the inside. 1-0. Inside corner, got that one, and it's 1-1. Time being called. Looks like Cole Pugh's got a flat tire down there first, so they'll fix that and get him ready to go. Tried to get that corner again. Didn't get it. 2-1. And shortstop coming in just a little closer now. Slow roller to third. They'll have to hurry to second to get the first, and through the glove of Bryant. And out into the outfield. All runners are safe. On the air. You're going to have to give the air to Bryant. And it's right in his glove, and it went right through it. So Jackson Booth will come to the plate now with 2 runners aboard and 1 down. Down and away. Ball 1. Outside, he missed. 2-0. Jack Malone making a good stop there behind the plate, making those runners stay where they are. Little pop, flip from second to short to 1, and he gets run into. And I don't know if they're going to call the guy first out as well because he ran into the fielder, but they don't say anything and they leave it alone. So they're going to go first and third. Look to me, even though he did slide, did he slide into the fielder? It doesn't show anything. So the second out will be Pruitt Vaughn. Down to third will go Cole Pugh. Jackson Booth over at first. And the first pitch to Brookins is ball 1. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Wild pitch. Here comes the runner. There will be a play at the plate. No, they'll chase him back. throw back. He got under the tag and just in time. Cole Pugh didn't have the legs there to get home. That ball came off quickly. Malone picked it up and guns it down to third. Jackson Booth, however, does take second base. 2-0. Outside to Brookings, 3-0. And there's ball 4, so 4 straight pitches. Base is now loaded. And Luke Barron, the catcher, will come to the plate. So Rock's got to find a way to get out of the jam here.
Coming up to the plate is going to be number 24, Luke Barron.
And Luke had to remove the gear there. The catcher had the shin guards on and was ready to go back out and catch if he didn't get to the plate. First pitch is going to be ball 1. Swung at it, popped it straight up in the infield. Rock calling for it, and he'll make the catch, and the side is retired. Loaded the bases, couldn't get the run across, and Rock gets himself out of big jam there. Just the one hit on Rock and no runs. We've completed one. It is a 1-0 lead right now. We'll go to the top of the second inning here on JockJive.com. When we return, coming to the plate, Miles Drew Johnson, Jacob O'Brien, and Zach Jones next. So Brookins finishes his warm-up tosses here as we'll go to the top of the second inning. Fairhope with the 1-0 lead, plating that run in the first. Braxton Taylor with a fielder's choice got on, took second base, wild pitch at third, and then a wild pitch to go home. Scores the first run and gives his team the early lead, 1-0.
Leading off the inning for Fairhope is going to be number 19.
Here's Drew Johnson.
Johnson
will step in from the left side. And the first pitch inside for ball 1. Ground ball hard side. Through the hole there into right field, and they'll flip it quickly into second base and hold Drew Johnson to a single. He gets a nice piece of the ball there and puts it out in right center field.
Now batting number 9.
And he's the leadoff hitter, gets on base.
O'Brien.
Jacob O'Brien now comes to the plate. Swung on him, fouled off. And it took him down to the ground as well. I think he lost his footing there. Maybe whacked himself with the bat as well. 0-1 to Jacob. Down low. 1-1. And one of the youngsters say, watch the steal. They can't go anywhere until the ball gets to the catcher. Whoa. Knocks him right down to the dirt, and it's 2-1. Gigi still watching in Memphis and cheering on Miles Drew and Fairhope. And a shout out, let's go Fairhope. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on, popped up, left field, moving over the left fielder. He'll get there in time to pull in the catch for the first out of the inning.
Coming up to the plate, it's going to be number 22.
Zach Jones now to the right side of the plate.
Jones.
Curveball inside, no. Ball 1. Off the glove and the foot there of the shortstop out into center field, and runners will hold up. Drew Johnson had to hold up because the ball didn't get too far. Right off of the shortstop, though, the error there. And it's first and second with 1 out.
Coming up to the plate, it's going to be number 27.
Will Sparks now from the left side.
Sparks.
Went around. He was trying to hold back at the last second. Couldn't do it. Strike 1. Sparks at the plate. Jerry McDowell in the on-deck circle. A 1-0 lead for Fairhope. Trying to add a few more here with only 1 out in the second inning. 2 runners aboard. Swung on, fouled off to the screen, and the count will go 0-2. Outside for a ball. One and 2. Slap foul again. Two balls and 2 strikes. Will Sparks. Outside, 3 and 2. Full count to Sparks. McDowell in the on-deck circle again, only 1 out. Runners at first and second. Opportunity for Fairhope to put a couple more on the board. Wow, went and chased that one. Good pitch by Brookins to get him to go. Sparks swings and misses, and he will strike out.
Now batting number 32, Jerry
McDowell comes to the plate. Takes the first pitch for a ball. That one flared foul to the other field. That goes out of play. 1-1. Brookins trying to get that third out. No damage done. If he can keep those 2 runners aboard. McDowell trying to change him, though. put more runs on the scoreboard and give them a better lead. 1-0 right now, Fairhope. Oh, and he watched a nice pitch go by. I can't believe he sat there on that. I thought for sure he'd go. That's a beautiful pitch to take to left field, especially for a left-hander. You're not expecting it. And, of course, the shift is on towards right. Got a piece there inside the handle. It'll go right into the glove of the first baseman. It'll be a race to the bag, and the first baseman will win that one. And they'll strand 2 runners, so no runs on the 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the second. It is still a 1-0 lead. Coming to the plate for Troy will be McClendon, Edwards, and McBride when we return. Stick around. There's still more to come right here on JockJive.com. And don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Again, we're very close to 10,000 Facebook likes, and we're trying to reach that by this summer, and 1,000 Twitter followers, and we'll need your help to get there. So make sure you put JockJive in your search engine on your Facebook page, and then click that, and then give us a like, and then follow us, because that way we can keep you up to date on scores, schedules, game status, and a whole lot more. JockJive.com, you can go to that website and hit the shortcut to all the social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in your search engine on Facebook, or hit us up at JockJive on Twitter. Plus, don't forget, now that you're watching the game on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's all available through the JockJive.com website. So McClendon, Edwards, McBride, depending on what they do, then it would be Bradford. So 7, 8, and 9 in the order right now to face Rock Gearhart. Rock's got himself a 1-0 lead. Both teams have been able to put runners on the bags, but only one has crossed the plate. And some quick changes. Somebody was out and right. Now he's not out and right, and somebody else went to right. So that's what's going on there for Fairhope. Everybody's got to play. That is a rule. So McClendon will step to the plate, a right-hander, to face Gearhart.
Leading off the inning for Troy is going to be number 5, Tyler McClendon.
Gearhart looks in, checks, and gets the sign for the delivery. Comes up top, ball 1. Lights on here at the ballpark. Partly sunny skies. Ooh, nice pitch on the corner. He'll get that one, 1-1. Couple of hops to second. Picked up, scoop, throw to first. He threw it off. He pulled his first baseman. Copeland pulls the first baseman away from the bag.
Stepping up to the plate, it's going to be number 12.
Unusual play. I mean, he had time. He didn't have to really rush it too hard, but he just threw it the wrong way, pulled him off the bag, and McClendon is safe at first, and Cade Edwards now with an opportunity to move him around. Cade from the left side. Strike called on the first pitch. Snap throw down, and Malone challenging McClendon down there at first. Outside, 1-1. Troy, of course, with a couple of big home runs in their game today against South Bibb. I believe 3 of them in that game. So we know they got some power. We saw them the other night. They put on a pretty good show as well. They can bat up and down the lineup. So either one of these teams can turn an inning over pretty quick, or can break an inning open very, very quick. It just depends on how it works and how they play tonight And does the 6th game of a 5-day week have any effect? And fouled off to the other field, and it goes 2-2. The other thing, too, is just remember, they only had about a 2.5-hour break, give or take, after the game early today. Lifts the leg, gets out of the way of that one. The count will go full, 3-2. And Rock sets to fire. Swing and a miss. Got him. He's got that big home run swing as well, and misses on that one. Rock pulled the string on it a little bit. Got the strikeout.
Number 9, Jordan McBride.
And McBride will come to the plate, the shortstop, with 1 out. In the dirt, good stop by Malone. 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. Swing, misses there, 2-1 on a pitch outside on the corner. Good crowd on hand. Of course, Troy, the host team here. Outside and away, 3-1. Stands full on the Troy side, of course. Plenty of people here from Fairhope rooting on their team as well, trying to get them to that next important game. Whoa! Right off the pitcher, that one. And he is down face first. Ball will come in. Umpire and coach completely out. I'm not sure where it got him or if it hit him in the face or not. They were quickly out there to call timeout on that line shot single, and he took it. His glove in front, tried to at least. We'll see if Rock is okay, but he went down, and it came out hard, and they've got emergency personnel on hand as well, and they're coming out to check on him. But it looked like he might have gotten hit in the heart on the top of the body, but I'm not sure yet. He has not. He's getting up and moving. He seems to be okay, but man, he had an emotional night the other night, and boy, that hurt. Yeah, I mean, this is the second time today we've seen a shot go back to the hill, and again at 47 feet away from the bat. Even if they're throwing 55 mile an hour or so, probably that come off the velocity of the bat at about 65, 70. So it's coming back at you almost 1.5 times faster than it comes in. And he was barely able to get the glove and the hand up in front of it, maybe to deflect it a little bit before it got him. So first and second situation now, and Gearhart seems to be okay. They'll let him throw a pitch or two, I'm sure. They'll run him through a few tests to make sure he's all right. So we're waiting to see what he's walking around. We'll see what the coach is going to do here. Don't forget, if you missed any of the action this week after the game's over, you can watch the action again and again. All you got to do is log on to our website at JockJive.com. Go to the spots where you watch the live games, and then click where it says archives, and you can watch any of them. Or if you want a DVD of any game of the Alabama DYB AAA State Tournament, email us at info@jockjive.com. We'll get the process started. DVDs are $10 plus shipping and handling. Again, info@jockjive.com as they check on Rock Gearhart. Got a couple of EMTs out there. The coaches are out there, and some other gentleman is talking to him right now. I'm not sure who that is, but Shout out, you got this, Rock. Good job. And I'll tell you what, he did get that glove up maybe just in the nick of time. Otherwise, could have been worse than it looked. Took the hat off, and that may have been where it grazed. It might have caught the bill of the cap. And see, he's going to get a couple of warm-up tosses here, and we're going to make sure he's all right. And a round of applause from the audience as well. Dawson Bradford waiting for his opportunity to come to the plate. And they'll ask him to move out of the way. And they'll give Rock a couple of pitches and watch to make sure he's okay. That didn't look good, but that's that won't look much better, so we'll see. Looks to be all right. Sure, wherever it got him was going to sting for a while. Kind of rubbing the back of the ear. I think it did. I think it caught the glove and maybe the bill of the cap and skimmed the side of his head there. And he'll probably have a nice little warrior wound to show all his friends. Seam of the baseball on the side of the head. That's what they're looking at right now. I'm guessing the gentleman that's out there in the white shirt may be a physician or a doctor, apparently, or it looks like. Talk to the coach of Fairhope. He went down quickly. And they're taking a little time to make sure he's all right. Threw a couple of pitches, but like I said, then he reached for the side of the head. So you don't want to take any chances. I mean, sure, the kid wants to stay in the game, but better safe than sorry. Maybe might be doing what they call a concussion protocol test right now out there, talking to him, asking his name, date, where he's at, that kind of thing. Making sure he's got all of his senses. Seems to be all right. I think the physician, if that's who it is telling you all the things maybe to look for or watch for, but I don't think they're going to let him go. I think they're going to change him up. Like I said, Rock, an emotional kid, and I think he's going to be taken out of the game as a precaution, and that's too bad because you can tell he plays his heart out, and a big round of applause for that young man. He's done a good job, and unfortunately that ball just came back too quick. He couldn't get it going. And when he tried to knock it down, he just didn't get the glove up quick enough, and it's very tough to do. So Fairhope will have to make a pitching change here in the second. It looks like maybe Darren Leggett is going to be taken over on the hill. And it is. So Leggett now will pitch. And I don't know if Jack will be in the game as an extra hitter or it will be out of the game completely. We'll have to watch.
Darren Leggett.
It's really tough for that young man. Like I said, he really plays his heart out. So Leggett now will get some warm-up tosses. We'll come back. It's a 1-0 ball game. And Troy threatening here in the second with 2 runners aboard. And the umpire will let the new pitcher know what he's got on the diamond, as well as the batter coming to the plate will be Dawson Bradford, and he'll have runners at first and second with 1 out.
Dawson Bradford.
So Bradford now at the plate with 2 runners aboard and 1 out for Troy, trying to change the scoreboard. A little blooper. It's going to go foul to the right side for strike 1. Oh, 1 count. And into dirt, and again, great stop by Malone. He handles the pitch well. Boy, that's a great opportunity for a team to have 2 really good catchers. They've got Taylor and Malone. Grounded towards second, diving at it, can't get it as Copeland. Run's going to score. And down to third will go Jordan McBride. So the run scores to tie it up. It's an RBI for Bradford. And it's first and third now with a 1-1 ball game. Keneal Lewis now comes to the plate. Keneal, the shortstop tonight, or left field tonight. First and third. And the umpire on the infield will set up now over near second base. The runner going towards second. First pitch down low. There goes the runner. They'll throw to second base to Copeland Bryant. Bounces to him, and it didn't work. They had it set up the way they wanted to. You throw the short hop, try to get the runner to come off the third base bag. He did, and then Bryant, of course, couldn't handle the throw. Wasn't very good, and the run scores. It's now a 2-1 ball game in favor of Troy. Lewis, 2-0 count on him. And Leggett now trying to find the strike zone here. He walks him on 4 pitches. And bases first and second now occupied. And Slade Russell will come to the plate.
Russell.
Slade now with his opportunity for a run producing at bat. Strike called on the first pitch. On the corner again. Quickly 0-2 on Slade Russell. Leggett really working that strike zone now. Got a piece, stays in the box. Copeland Bryant deep out at second. Shortstop coming in a little tight. Ball live on the field. And that's Gavin Rehorn. He's just about everywhere on that field, and he's always shouting out something. Knows what's going on the infield. It's a good little infielder right there. Curveball, no, dropped maybe just a little shy of the corner. 1-2. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Got it. Struck him out. Second out of the inning.
Coming up to the plate, it's going to be number 42, Wes Brayson.
Second K in the inning. Braystead comes back to the plate, singled his first time up. He's got 2 runners aboard. And the curveball doesn't break, and it's ball 1. Outside, 2-0. Popped up right side, foul territory, moving over and making the catch to end the inning is the first baseman. So the fly out to first base in foul territory will bring up the third out. They do pick up 2 runs. They do it on just 2 hits in the air, and they now lead it by a score of 2-1. Going to the top of the third, Fairhope coming to the plate next right here on JockJive.com. Warm-up tosses are finished there for Bookins, who's been on the hill for the first 2. We go to the third inning of play here. Finley Lavelle will come to the plate now, down 2-1. Take the first pitch away for ball 1. Again, the right to play in the championship game tomorrow against Hueytown, if you can win it here. 2-0. Lavelle with a good stick. Trying to turn the lineup over. Looks at 3-0. Take pitch here. And you hear the coach say, take a breather. Step out of the box. Don't let him try to get back in the groove. 3-0 count. Got the corner. Of course, it's a take pitch. 3-1. Still got one more to work with. Inside and strike 2. I think Lavelle knew it, but just didn't go. Got to swing at it now. He does, and he'll slap that one into center field. Like I said, he's got a good stick. Turns right around the first base bag. Throw comes in quickly, but starts it off. The leadoff man on base. They've done it every inning so far. Only been able to plate, though, the 1 run.
Now batting number 3, Gavin.
Gavin Rehorn will come to the plate. Walked his first time up. Wild pitch will send Finley Lavelle down to second. Tying run down at second base now for Rehorn. Outside again, 2-0. Lavelle's got good speed out there, so watch him. He likes to challenge catcher. On the corner, good curveball, broke in, 2-1. Shout out, let's go, Gavin. 3-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swing. Got it. 3-2. Strikeout.
Now batting number 10, Braxton Taylor.
The fourth strikeout. And 1 out. Taylor at the plate. First pitch, ball 1. Taylor got on with the fielder's choice and then scored on the wild pitch. Again off the glove of the catcher and down to third will go Lavelle. And now it's 2-0 to Taylor. Taylor hit one over the center field fence this afternoon with no problem. I mean, he poked it well, and it was a big home run. But unfortunately for Fairhope, that was the only run of the ball game. Takes a strike on the corner, looks at 2-1, now set to go. So he's got power to go right over the field. Over the top, 3-1. Coach conference on the hill. Three-one count, 1 out, runner down at third. 2-1 ball game. Troy. Fairhope trying to get that run home. Braxton Taylor with a good bat here. Going to be a tough out. See what he does. Like I said last time, fielder's choice got on and scored a run on a wild pitch. Curveball outside. They waited. Then he looked back, and the umpire said, no, it's a walk. So down to first he goes again. Like I said, we know he likes to run. We'll see if he does here. Should probably take a free bag. And he does. He goes all the way down to second. They didn't even worry about it. They just let him go. I mean, he just goes. And that, to me, is just not paying attention. Here's Gearhart now with runners at second and third. Wild pitch. Here comes the runner. He'll come in with no problem. And Taylor already down to third as Lavelle scores. And now a 2-2 ball game. And a 1-0 count to Rock Gearhart. Seems to be okay at the plate, but hit on that line drive was taken off the mound. But it's good to see him in the game still. We weren't sure if he was going to come back in or not. Rock struck out looking his first time. Inside tight 3-0. All 4. Another walk given up. And Copeland Bryant now comes to the plate. So first and third. Bryant talks to his coach, the coach from Troy, back out to the hill. And this might be it for Brookins. So it is going to be. It's going to be a pitching change. Brookins comes off the hill. And coming in now to pitch will be Jordan McBride. So McBride comes to the hill now for Troy. He'll face runners at first and third with 1 out in a 2-2 ball game. Don't forget, more action coming up end of the month down in Cleveland, Mississippi. We'll be down there for the AA World Series and the pool play in the playoffs. So check that out right here on JockJive.com. And then coming up in August, we will be in Oxford, Alabama for the Dixie Youth AAA Ozone and Majors World Series. That'll take place from August 5th through the 10th. Plus, we've got some Dixie Youth baseball in there in Guntersville, Alabama. And that will take place August 1st and 2nd. And plenty of more. So make sure, like you said, if you want to keep up with what we're doing, when you're on the JockJive.com website, make sure you click the icons for the social media apps. And you can become a friend and a follower on Facebook. And we'll let you know where we're going to be each and every day and every week. Still have some more baseball for Dixie Youth baseball going on in Marianna, Florida as well right now. And they will be finishing up their tournament this week on Wednesday. So plenty of stuff still to follow as we get prepared for the World Series coming up here with all these younger groups. August the 5th. Here's Copeland Bryant, runners at first and third, taking a strike, and down to second will go Rock Earhart. Just a little jog down there. He knew they weren't going to throw on him because, of course, Taylor would have been gone from third had they done so. Swung on, ground ball towards third. Taylor goes on the hit. Throw to first, pulled him off the bag. Did they get him? He says yes. One runner comes home, and that is Taylor. And Earhart goes down to third. So it is an RBI for Bryant. Gets them the lead, 3-2.
Coming up to the plate, it's going to be number 2, Darren Leggett.
Two down. Here's Leggett now, who walked his first time up. Takes strike one. In the dirt, wild pitch, and no movement by Gerhardt. 1-1. So a 3-2 lead. Fairhope takes the lead back from Troy. Oh, swing and a miss, and pulled the string on that big time. It was way out in front of that swing. Of that pitch with that swing, and Leggett knows it. Good job there by the young man on the hill. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Again, same pitch, and got him to swing and miss. So 2 big strikeouts there. That one will end the inning and strand the other runner at third. But they do pick up the 2 runs to get the lead, 3-2. We'll go to the bottom of the third inning next, with Troy coming to the plate. So we'll get ready to go here. Bottom of the third inning in a 3-2 ball game. Just a one-run ball game now as Fairhope picks up a couple there, gets the lead back. Be Pugh, Vaughn, and Booth coming to the plate against Leggett, who's now on the hill. Rock Gearhart again hit with that line drive. They took him out of the game on defense, but he's still batting. So seems to be okay, but just a precaution that didn't want him on the hill anymore. So Cole now to the plate. Got on last time, got around to third and was hung out to dry there. Swings and fouls that one off. Pruitt Vaughn in the on-deck circle. Again, we're 3 outs away from halfway through this game here in a one-run contest as of right now. Curveball swung on, and that one going to go to the left side. It'll flare to the left too far, though, and go foul and out of play. 0-2. Everybody that gave chase now has to come back over here. Right back to the hill on a one bouncer, and nice job there by the pitcher Leggett to adjust quickly. A little flinch there, but he was able to get everything in the right position, make the catch, and make the throw. One away.
Now batting number 15, Pruitt.
Pruitt Vaughn now comes to the plate. Curveball up, 1-0. Strike on the corner, 1-1. Leggett, who had to come in for Rock, has done a pretty good job since that point. So trying to keep control here and keep that one-run lead. Just misses. 2-1. Again, tomorrow morning's championship game is scheduled. First pitch for 10 a.m. Swung on, foul ball, and whoops. Need to go grab the rosin bag there and dry the hands off or rub them in the dirt a little bit. Lost the bat on that swing. Two balls, 2 strikes, and an out. 3-2 lead right now for Fairhope. Curveball swung on, ground ball, knocked down by Rehorn. He'll make the throw to first. In time, nice play. Good stretch over there at first base by Miles Drew Johnson.
Now batting,
it's quickly 2 down.
Jackson Booth.
Booth, the third baseman, will come to the plate, hit a fielder's choice first time up. And they'll take that one low and away outside. Oh, gets hit on the shoulder there, and he'll go down to first. First hit batsman. Cade Brookins now to the plate. Walk him around down at first base and make sure that Booth is all right. Look like he got it on the fat part of the arm up towards the shoulder area, so seems to be all right. 2 outs, runner at first.
Now batting, number 2, Cade Brookins.
Strike called on the corner on the first pitch. Little bloop right back to the hill. Throw, oh, and he threw it over his head. Leggett turned, threw it to the shortstop, but threw it a little too high, and it's out into center field. It'll be a throwing error on the pitcher, and runners will now be at second and third. He didn't realize he already had 2 outs, and when he turned to throw to second, I don't know why he was thinking double play ball. He only needed the 1. And that's why I say you always got to be thinking about what happens if the ball comes to me. What do I do? You've got to prepare yourself each pitch, knowing where you are in the game and what the score and the out and everything else. And unfortunately, right there, just a little brain fart, as they would call it. And unfortunately, it cost him a runner at second and third now. On the corner, 1-1. Luke Barron. With an opportunity here to plate some runs. Too high, 2-1. So Booth at third, Brookins at second, and Luke Barron at the plate. Popped out to the pitcher's first time up. And again, sends it high in the air on the left side. Could be trouble. It's going to fall in between everybody. Rehorn with the throw to the plate to tag. Oh, no, he got underneath it. And Booth is a happy camper there. Coach comes out to argue this one. Brookins slid underneath the tag. 2 runs score on that ball that fell in between everybody. And Luke Barron is down at second with the single and goes down to second with the overthrow, and he'll pick up 2 RBIs out of that.
Now batting number 5, Tyler McClendon.
Troy gets the lead back 4-3. Here's McClendon now at the plate. Deep left field, backing up and moving over to make the catch, and that'll finally end the inning. Boy, tough one there for Fairhope defensively, because they could have been out of it with a throw over to first, but they made the mistake, threw it over to second, and those 2 runs do cross the plate on that error. And it was just the 1 hit in the inning, and it's now a 4-3 ball game going to the top of the 4th. We've completed 3. We're coming back. Stay tuned. McBride gets his last warm-up toss there. Gets set to go here now with the lead. We got a shout-out to Will Sparks. We're cheering for you while watching from Fairhope. Let's go Pirates. We love you. Gigi, Aunt Melissa, Uncle Clay, Anna Rose, and Jack. Right now, Fairhope down by a run, 4-3.
Now batting number 24,
Jack Malone will come to the plate.
Malone
Struck out his first time up. And the first pitch is ball 1. swung on, hit to deep center field. Off the fence it goes. Malone around. He better hurry. He'll slide in, and he's underneath the tag. He'll get a double out of that one. Just about threw him out as that ball came off the fence. Great play out in center field. Throw coming in quickly, and Malone had to turn the wheels a little harder. Miles Drew Johnson, the left-hander at the plate now with an opportunity to plate that tying run. Miles Drew with a single his first time up.
Miles Drew Johnson
rips out one towards second base. It'll move the runner, which is what they wanted to do. The runner rounds the bag and then dives back into third. So Malone down to third. First out of the inning will go 4-3.
Now batting number 9.
And that is our score, 4-3 in favor of Troy. But Fairhope trying to change it right here with O'Brien, who flew out to left field his first time up. First pitch is down and away, ball one. Swung on, and will this one get in? It does. It drops in. A little Texas League single there. Drops into center field, and Malone stumbles across and makes sure he stomps on the plate. Single, RBI, and it's all tied up again.
Coming up to the plate is going to be number 22.
Zach Jones now to the plate. Hard shot to short. Going to race over to touch the bag. Will not have the opportunity for the double play ball, though, unassisted. And the second out is against O'Brien trying to go down. So it's 2 down now. The runner at first. And Will Sparks, who just got the shot out, comes to the plate. Will struck out his first time up.
Will Sparks.
Down and low, throw down to second. Oh, they got him. I don't know about that. The tag was high, the foot was down. I mean, boy, I'd love to see a replay on that one. To me, he got into the bag before the tag happened. But the umpire right on top of it, and they'll throw him out. Zach Jones gets tossed out, trying to steal second. And that'll be the third out. So Will Sparks will get to come back to the plate. And you don't want to run into an out when you've got an opportunity to take the lead. We go bottom of 4, 4-4 ball game right here on JockJive.com.
Troy, you have 13 pitches.
Good set to go here in the fourth. Bottom of the fourth in a 4-4 ball game. Great play on first. Miles Drew. Come on, Fairhope, Gigi, and Memphis. Rooting you on.
Coming up to the plate is going to be number 12, Cade Edwards.
Cade Edwards steps into the box from the left side. That ball hit hard and way back, and that one is gone. Cade Edwards gets another dinger here in the tournament, and that's a big home run because that gives them the lead back. 5-4. That is a young man that is a little dangerous at the plate. You got to be careful when you pitch him. And a home run for Cade. And it is now a 5-4 ball game. So that dinger goes out of here quickly, and not a whole lot you can do about it, but watch it go and pitch to the next batter. McBride now at the plate. McBride with a single and a run scored back in the second inning. Swings and misses at the first one. Like I said, he really looks a lot bigger than a 9 or 10-year-old, though. That one out of play, and 0-2 count. Malone, I thought he was going to run through the fence there to try to go get that one. Leggett with the 0-2 count now against McBride. Out on the corner, framed, but no strike call there, 1-2. So Troy gets the lead back again, another one-run game, and they have it on a home run ball by Cade Edwards. Swing on the change and curve, and strikeout. So the first out of the inning is recorded there on the strikeout. Dawson Bradford comes to the plate, swings at the first pitch, pops it up, calling for it, first base, got it for the out, and 2 down. And now it'll be up to Keneal Lewis, who got on with a walk his last time up and was left at first base. He's got some great wheels, though, so they've got to watch him if he gets on base. He can really motor. Off the end of the bat down the first base line, but it'll go foul for strike one. Both teams playing it very tight here, and again, they'll have to get up bright and early tomorrow, about 8 o'clock or so, get breakfast, get ready to play ball at 10 in the championship, but I think they'll be okay with that if they can get to that game. Hard ground ball to third, off of the third baseman. That one will boot out into the outfield, but picked up quickly. It was a very tough, hard shot to third. We'll give Keneal a single there. That one was a little tough to handle. That's why they call that the hot corner. 5-4 lead right now for Troy. Slade Russell getting a little bit of instruction here from the coach before he goes to the plate. Slade struck out his first time up.
Now batting number 3, Slade Russell.
Hard shot down the third base line inside the bag. And Lewis going to turn it higher in for third, and he's in safely. And it'll be a double for Slade Russell. So whatever the coach said seemed to have worked. And the cheers for a 2-out rally continue. So second and third now for Troy, and back to the top of the order. Here comes Wes Bracestead.
Now batting number 42.
A single and a pop out on the foul side of first base his last time up. So 1 for 2 today for Wes. And the curveball didn't happen there for Leggett, and it's a 1-0 count. Two-0. Second and third, 2 down. Wild pitch, and Lewis doesn't go anywhere. 3-0, and probably a good idea, you know. Make the pitcher work, load your bases if you can. Cole Pugh in the on-deck circle, waiting his opportunity. And that pitch, though, a strike, and it's 3-1. Braystead can help himself here with a big hit and help his team. That one-run lead isn't enough. And he walked him, so bases now loaded. It's now any bag, unless that ball's in the green, and then it's a whole lot of runs for Troy. Here's Cole Pugh. Rounded out to the pitcher and to the second baseman. And he hit him, and that is not what he wanted to do. And that'll score a run.
Stepping up to the plates, number 15, Pruitt
Vaughn will now come to the plates. 2 runs across here in the 4th inning. And Troy got a 2-run lead now. Down at third, Russell. Second is Braystead. First is Pugh. Pruitt Vaughn at the plates. Strike 1 on the first pitch. This is happening with 2 outs, and that's what the audience and the crowd was cheering for, 2-out rally, and it's happening. Wild pitch, they're going to yell back, and quickly Malone up with that one, 1-1. And Leggett was coming across to the plate, and I don't believe that Russell would have had a chance to get there at all. Nice pitch right there in the corner there, 1-2, and Vaughn didn't like it. But you don't get much better than that one. Ground ball right back to the hill. This time he'll flip it to first. It's a little high on the throw, but it's pulled down. He almost threw it away. That would have been very costly. So the home run, the single, and the double provide the action for 2 runs and a 6-4 lead as we'll go now to the top of the 5th. And now Fairhope with 6 outs to work with here in the game. We'll come back. Stay tuned. We're watching the AAA State Championship right here on JockJive.com. Warm-up toss is being finished. Yeah, we're set to go. And leading it off for Fairhope will be Will Sparks again. Remember, he was in the on-deck. He was in the batter's box when the last out occurred, as Zach Jones was caught trying to take the bag on the wild pitch and got thrown out down at second. So Will Sparks will come back to the plate and try to get it started again. They've had their leadoff runner on every single inning so far in the game, and that's what you want to do if you want to plate runs. This time they got to plate a couple of them. First pitch is inside, ball 1. Popped up, shallow center field, moving over the center fielder. And did he make the catch? Yes, he did. He fell to the ground. I thought he might have lost it, but he held on. As he hits the ground, holds on to the baseball for the out.
Number 32, Jerry.
Jerry McDowell now will come to the plate, unassisted to the first baseman his first time up. Lifts it this time over the first baseman and the second baseman's head into right field. 4 base hits. So Jerry with a single will get the runner aboard. And now the tying run comes to the plate in Finley Lavelle. Lavelle with a single and a run scored back in the 3rd inning. First pitch is the ball. Second one poked at, and it's poked just foul down the right field line. Ball and a strike and 1 down. Shot into left field on the hard grounder and quickly to second, and great throw, but he really fired that in there. Just about got McDowell going to second base. And boy, Keneal, he let that ball fly.
Coming up to the plate,
might have been a better toss than that, but the catch had to be made, and you could have put it down on McDowell. He was late getting there. Wild pitch. Now both will advance, and you'll have second and third now with 1 out for Gavin Rehorn, who's at the plate. Gavin looking to change that scoreboard. Struck out tonight and walked. Looking for his first hit from the left side. Takes the strike on the corner. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Swung on and a little blooper to the left side. It'll go foul, and Rehorn will get another opportunity as the count will go 2-2. You hear the coach tell Gavin, you got to protect with 2 strikes, 2-2 count, or 1-2 count. I believe it is 2-2 though. Whoa, in the dirt, wild pitch, no is being yelled, so nobody moving. Rehorn again. We'll take a look. And inside, he was on a 3-2, and that's ball 4.
Coming up to the plate, it's going to be number 10.
And that'll load the bases.
Braxton Taylor.
This is a guy I would be worried about facing with bases loaded. We know he can hit it out of the park. He did it earlier today, right over that center field wall. Strike called on the corner, and from the look on his face, probably the pitch that he wanted to give a ride. So you're going to have to be real careful pitching to him right now. Jordan McBride is thinking the same thing. I don't want to give up that home run ball. But that ball going to get through the hole. That's going to score at least 1. They're going to wave the second runner. Here comes the throw to the plate. Won't be in time. Now they're going to try to get the runner going down to third. They got him, but the 2 runs will score. So McDowell and Lavelle cross the plate, and Rehorn is going to be out going into third on a good throw there from the center fielder. And it'll be the second out. And down at second is Braxton Taylor. He'll pick up a couple of RBIs on that. So they have tied the game. Gavin Rehorn just didn't turn the extra gear on there. And Rock Gearhart now at the plate with an opportunity to help his team a little more. Braxton Taylor down at second. Gearhart at the plate. 2-0 count. In a tie ball game now, 6-6 here in the fifth. Inside, got the corner, strike one, 2-1. Backs out, checks the sign. Walked, scored a run. Or no, walk and ended up at third, and the strikeout looking earlier. And right now he's at a 3-1 count and possibility of getting another walk. Copeland Bryant, the on-deck circle, checked his swing. Did he go? No, he did not. He'll go ball 4. And he goes down to first.
Coming up to the plate, number 16, Copeland.
Copeland Bryant with an unassisted ground ball to first and a walk today. Copeland looking for a big hit. He hasn't had one in a couple of tries now. And last game didn't get one either, and the night before he was really stroking the ball well. He'll take ball 1. All right, now Troy trying to get out of this with no more damage. That one fouled off. 1-1, and Bryant. And you hear the crowd for McBride saying, "Come on, you got to get it done." And the other crowd saying the same thing to Bryant at the plate. In the dirt. Whoa! I thought that hit the dirt, but I guess not. It must have hit late. But a strike called, and it's 1-2 to Copeland. Way up top, 2-2. So far, good idea to go away from the hitter and outside, but you got to remember Copeland's not that big, so you got to keep it down. Right back to the hill. Flip over to first for the out, and the game will be tied as we go to the bottom of the fifth, or the top of the sixth, I should say. So we got one more inning to play here, and it's all knotted up. Right here on JockJive.com. Don't forget, get your very own DVD of any game broadcast during this year's Alabama-Dixie Youth AAA State Tournament. Simply email us, info@JockJive.com. We'll get the process started immediately. DVDs are $10 per game plus shipping and handling. Again, that email address is info@JockJive.com. So they strand a few, but they do pick up the 2 runs needed to get the ball game tied on 3 hits. And now, which team will break it open? It is the bottom of the fifth. Nice. Troy coming to the plate. Bottom of 5 right here on JockJive.com. Sun again peeking through late here, and that's going to cause a little havoc out there maybe for the fielders on the left side of the field. The lights come on as well, get a little brighter, but the sun now just screaming through and right into the left fielder, the third baseman, the shortstop, and the center fielder's eyes. So they'll shout out, come on, Fairhope Hold'em. And
coming up to the plate is going to be number 11, Jackson Booth.
Jackson Booth now to the plate. Swung on, popped into right. Coming hard as the right fielder. Tried to make the shoestring catch. Didn't get it. Throw going to second. Swipe tag there. The umpire says no, you did not get him. Rehorn thought maybe he got the back of the jersey of Booth. But Booth will go down with a single or a double to start it off. Brookins comes to the plate now. He got on by an error and scored a run tonight. And Leggett trying to prevent this run from crossing the plate. Troy has won a few games in walk-off fashion here at the tournament. Here in the bottom of the fifth, trying to get the one run to get the lead. Swing and a miss on the first pitch there by Brookins. On the corner, strike two. Nice pitch from Leggett. Quickly 0-2 count. Popped up on the screen. Nice catch there by Taylor, who's behind the plate now for Fairhope, but it doesn't count. In the dirt, runner's going to go. No chance to get him, and Booth down at third on a wild pitch. And a 1-2 count. Again, back to the screen. Wow. Wow, that was a beautiful pitch, and he got no call. Even the catcher and Taylor going to turn around and ask where that was. I would too. Boy, that was a beautiful pitch. Three-two count. 6-6 tie ball game here in the bottom of the fifth. Runner at third for Troy. On the court, no, didn't get that either. Wow. The strike zone got a little tighter this time. And not paying attention, they just let him go, and he runs all the way to second.
Now batting
similar
24.
Move earlier today that Fairhope did to them. Here's Luke Barron now. I mean, that was just silly. You've got to watch that runner. Wild pitch, and off the screen it comes back quickly, no advancement. And the part about that is, you know, on a walk, you need to get that ball over to first base just to be safe. They've done it twice. Both teams have done it to each other, but nobody's paying attention to it. You take away the double play possibility here now because the first base bag is open. Strike called on the pitch, and 1-1. Plus now you give an opportunity for 2 runs to cross the plate with a base hit. Strike 2. The audience all over that call did not like that at all. Apparently they saw it better than he did from behind the plate. Swing and a miss. Got the strikeout. That was a big strikeout there. They're not going to leave the ump alone, that's for sure. I always said being an umpire, you got to have thick skin because you're only going to be right 50% of the time. 50% of the time, they're going to like your call. 50% of the time, they're not going to like your call. Here's McClendon with a fly out to left. Got on by an error, scored a run today. He's got runners at second and third right now. Right back to the hill. Looking the runner back. They'll let him go to first. Good idea. They got a runner in between, and he doesn't know where to go with it. And nobody's helping him. You've got to talk out there. And there's no communication. He's looking at the dugout. He's saying, what do I do? What do I do? And not a bad deal. I mean, granted, the bases are now loaded. It's not really an error. And unfortunately, he just didn't know where to go with it. So the coach is going to come out and chat with him. It doesn't hurt. It actually probably helps you at this point because now it's a force play and you can turn a double play a little easier than having the bag open. But, boy, he had Cade Brookins off the bag big time, but they were worried about the runner taking off from third. So he holds on to the baseball, and maybe not such a bad play. We'll see if it hurts him or not. So bases loaded with 1 out now.
Coming up to the
You got the big man, Cade Edwards. Last time up, he hit a home run. That's the only bad part about holding on to that ball, because if you do get the out, then you could have put Edwards on and walked him. You definitely don't want to give him anything to swing at. I'm sure they'll try to pitch away from him, but with a walk, a run scores either way. Swing, he's swinging for the fence again, and like I said earlier when watching this young man, that's the one thing that he does that you've got to break of that habit right now, is always trying to hit it over the park or out of the park. Because with that big swing like that, if you don't get a hold of it, well, your chances of hitting one out are maybe 1 in 25, but you've got to learn to well and just, poke it out there. Right now, that's all he's got to do. He's got a tie ball game. They're just looking for a base hit. It doesn't have to be over the wall. You lean back on that one, and count goes 2-2. And if you want to be in on his hands so he can't get the fat of the bat on the baseball. And he walks away from that. 3-2, and he's outside. And big pitch right here. A walk is a run, though. And Leggett will mind and step off and readjust and regroup himself. Edwards back to the box. Here's the 3-2 payoff, and he's outside with a walk. Troy may not hurt him as bad as he thought with the walk.
Coming up to the plate, it's going to be number 9, Jordan McBride.
Jordan McBride with a single and a strikeout tonight and a run scored now at the plate. 7-6 lead now, Troy, bottom of 5. Outside, ball 1. Straight up into the screen, and 1-1. See the scoreboard, 7-6 right now. Base is still loaded for Troy. Swing and a miss there. 1-2. McBride chasing one out of the zone there. Time is going to be called, and Leggett going to fix the left shoe there. Umpire will dust off the dish. McBride struck out last time he was up. And that's what Leggett's looking for. Jammed him, and he'll foul it back, and we'll stay in there at 1-2. This is a big out here. You need to get it one way or another. You'd like the double play ball if you can. The swing and a miss wouldn't hurt. That'd give you 2 down. Oh, wow, there's that curveball again. He still didn't get the call. Boy, that broke real nice. Come down inside. Fastball, swing and a miss, and he did get him. Again, back. Struck him out twice now in the game. And that's the big second out. And it'll be 2 down. Time is Fairhope. They're going to change pitchers, I believe, and it looks like taking off his gear, so looks like Braxton Taylor is going to go to the walk given up right there on the first batter to Darren Leggett. So down to first he will go. Sorry about that, folks. We lost our connection there to the internet for some reason. But we are back. A 7-6 ball game, top of the 6th. And now Jack Malone is at the plate. On the hill now, coming in to pitch the 6th inning is Dawson Bradford for Troy. So the tying run is down at first. Swung on, popped up high left field, backing over and making the catch for 1 out. And Malone flies out to left. Miles Drew Johnson now comes to the plate with a single and a ground ball today to the second baseman. Runner at first, 1 out, and Fairhope with 2 outs to work with here. And now goes 2-0. Down low, 3-0. And a walk given up, so back-to-back walks. 7-6 is the score. Now the tying run down at second, the lead run over at first. In between those 2 walks, a fly out to left field. It's Jacob O'Brien at the plate now. He's got a RBI tonight and a line out to left. Swings at the first one and misses. Strike 1. Swung on, pop to the right side and moving over. Here's the first baseman to make the catch. And now 1 out away is Troy from advancing to the championship game. They are the host team. Remember, they didn't have to go through the district to get here. They've won a couple of games with walk-offs. Here they are with a chance to close this out if they can get the last out. Zach Jones comes to the plate. Jones with 2 runners aboard. He's got to move the ball in the green. He'll take ball 1 up top. In the dirt, no runners will advance. 2-0. Will Sparks in the on-deck circle. Bottom of the order here that needs to. Outside, Dawson not he wants in the 6th inning here. He's already gotten 2 walks, but he does have the 2 outs. He's got 2 runners aboard, though. Jones on a 3-0.